Well, I failed to check on charcoal, and I have 7 briquettes is all I have. I'm going to try to do the 2 fillets and the little lobster tails. On the little hibachi that I got when I was a small kid. Daddy got it for me. So I'm going to try to fit things on in a manner that I can get the steaks and maybe the lobster tails done at about the same time. Don't have a lot of heat to deal with here. I bought a couple tails that I'm putting on the outside of the heat, and I've already taken butter and a very, very small amount of fresh garlic, not much, just a hint. And I've already put a little bit of oil on them. I'm going to cook them shell down, and then hopefully by the time the steaks get done, we're good to go. Give you perspective, this is a tiny little grill, very tiny. It's cooked some of the best food I've ever had on it over the years. Got it down got the grate down as low as it can possibly go to closer to the charcoal, so we'll see how it goes, right? We had the John Prine tribute concert on the 11th. It went fantastic. It was the greatest thing, one of the greatest things I've ever been involved with. We had a full house, standing room only, and you walk in that place and I swear to you, it was just such the greatest feeling. I mean, these are die-hard John Prine fans that attended his tribute. We did 25 songs, 3 different bands, and then we all got back on stage one last time and did 4 or 5 songs, and we ended the concert by doing I Remember Everything. I'm glad to say that we raised $4,230 for Children's of Mississippi, which is a fantastic place. They do unbelievable work to help very, very sick children, very sick children. It's an amazing place, and what little I can do through my music, I'll be more than happy to do it. I think we're right at $12,000 that we've raised in the last 13 months. If you are a musician and want to get involved, just contact me. Our group of musicians is called Singing for the Kids. And what we do, we pay either all or a portion of what we make through our music to children's. I realize and don't expect musicians to give everything that they have, because a lot of these folks, the way they make a living is picking and grinning. If you want to give 10% to your local children's hospital, if you want to give 15%, I got up to the fact where I was giving 100% of my tips, and then made a decision a couple years ago, everything that I make through my gigs is going to Children's of Mississippi. Slightly Tarnished, which is a band that I'm in, they have those musicians are doing the same thing. Everything they make is going to children's. I know a lot of people out there doesn't live in Mississippi, but every state in the union has a facility for children. You know, if you have a good tip night and want to take $10 out of what you made and hang on to it until you get, you know, a decent amount to send into the hospital, that's great. I sure will certainly tell you, as a matter of fact, that every penny's used to the good. I was able to tour Children's in Mississippi. It's one of the most unbelievable places that I've seen. Honestly, I had tears in my eyes, and a lot of times there was laughter when you see a youngster that had been so sick and walk out of there as a well little kid. It's hard to explain, it really is. I certainly enjoy it. The purpose of my little old channel is to try to raise money for the hospital. I'm very poor at editing. I'm very poor at putting it together. And I know how I want the videos to look, but I just don't got the hang of it. And you know, you guys have to understand, I'm soon to be 71 years old. And a big portion of my life, there was no social media. I mean, there was a weekly newspaper. There was 2 channels on TV at best. It was a different time. I'm not anti-technology at all. I wish that I knew more. I wish that I could, wish these were doing better. I wish that I could give more to the hospital. These are really cooking slow, folks. But you know what? All is not lost, because I can always get them just a bit lower. Well, I hear them. I hear them. Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Sitting here on a Saturday, almost dark, listening to the birds. I've got them upset with me. My wife's feeders of the birds absolutely love, and we've got a good amount of hummingbirds as well. All I put on the steaks is a product called Dale's, D-A-L-E-S. It's a marinade, basically, which you can see. It's a sugar / soy sauce / Worcester, a lot of good things. I don't like to overly flavor a product like a great steak. I mean, one of the greatest steaks I ever ate in my life was salt and pepper. And that steak, and she did put butter on it, but you didn't even have to chew that rascal. It was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So I live in central Mississippi. It's not my original home. Arkansas is. I was transferred down here many years ago with my job, and I raised my children down here, and now grandchildren are here. My oldest son and his family, with a grandson and a granddaughter and a lovely wife, live in Russellville, Arkansas. And They're great teachers. They're both teachers. Been teaching a long time to still be young people. Matter of fact, I think my daughter-in-law actually teaches a couple English classes to Chinese children. I guess online, obviously. I don't know if it's a Zoom or what it is, but I know she enjoys the job very much. Life's been a challenge. Life becomes more and more of a challenge sometimes as you age. You deal with traumatic things in your family. You deal with you deal with things with your friends. You lose some friends. Hey, that's a real positive thing going here, right? We have to take the bad with the good. And hopefully, when all is said and done, there's been more good than bad. Since I'm taking up your valuable time by talking and waiting on my food here, that's the reason I'm rattling my mouth so much. Yep, these are going to take a while. And I certainly won't bore you with the detail of everything. So I'm going to turn this off and you'll see yeah, it's dripping in there now. Love to see the smoke. These things just might work out. Look at that. I was about to turn off my camera, but look, now it's dripping on the hot charcoals. Smoke is, look at that. That's amazing. I love stuff like this. It's exciting. It's exciting. Look at that. Look at that. Pour some of that broth over them. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is awesome. Very briefly, I'm going to turn the lobster on its back. Yep, you can see where it was turning red at. Yes, indeed. All right. Later, Gator.